This is your last video on the analysis part, which is, I think, where you're going to need most videos. I'll record some other ones, but this is the most detailed stuff. So let's look at our work plans. We've calculated mean scores from multi-item measures. We've calculated descriptives. We've calculated bivariates. So now we're going to create tables and graphs. I'm going to show you how to do a couple of them. Okay. So I'm not going to teach you how to do a table, but I will tell you that oftentimes tables are just fine. And a lot of the work I do is nothing but tables. If it's an academic manuscript, it's only tables. We don't do mini, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's mostly tables. We don't do mini graphs occasionally. Okay. So tables are fine, but do know if you use like this table, you got to clean up this formatting a little bit. You can't just paste this. You can't just paste this as an image. You've got to make the lines look nice. You've got to clean it up. But let me show you how to do a graph. So I'm going to show you how to do a couple. So race, ethnicity, percent of sample. When there's a percent involved, we usually want to graph the percent, not the raw number, because it's easier for someone's brain to grasp that. Okay. If our percentages add up to 100, so in other words, if it's pieces of a whole, we can use a pie graph. If not, we don't want to use a pie graph. We want to use a line graph. Now, race, ethnicity, because people can select more than one, it's not going to add up to 100. So we don't want to use a pie graph when you use a bar or column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight here, my race, ethnicity. In that PC, I'm going to hold down Control, percent of sample, and go to Insert, Chart. Okay, see, it wants to do a pie chart. I do not. So I'm going to, let's do a column. Okay, here we go. Let's add data labels, which I can never find in Sheets. I really can't find it when. So I got to customize. See, chart axes and title. You can add a title here, or you can just do it in the document. Series, there's my data labels. Okay, I click on that.
Hello there.
Now Siri is listening to us. And that's that. So again, that's, I don't like that title. I'll do it in the document. Okay. Now you do want to pay attention to your axes. So here, what's it going to? It's just defaulting, but we could change that, right? I could change that to go from 50, now 0.5 to 0.6. That's a terrible idea, but I could. Okay. Let's go 0 to 1. Okay. For full credit on the professional formatting, you need to make these in ASU colors. Okay, for full credit on formatting. Okay. That's a bar chart. So gender is one that people are not selecting more than one. So here we can do a pie graph. So again, I'm going to highlight gender, hold down Control, highlight percent of sample, insert chart. Okay, now it wants to give me a pie chart. Okay. I'm not going to go over how to do the colors. You can go back to the app to do that. But this looks pretty good. Let's go to customize. Let's see what we want to change. Here's where I could change my colors. I can click the custom colors. Okay. Look up the color code. Chart axis title. Legend. Okay, let me get the idea here. Like whatever you can change the title to. Okay. I don't know what that word is. It's Friday. Okay. And then those you can just paste in. Okay. Last correlations. Correlations only use a table. Correlations, only use the table. Do not graph correlations. Okay. Let's go down to a cross tab. Okay, average stress by year in school is a little bit easier. We just highlight everything we need, except for the p-value. Don't graph the p-value. Okay. Insert chart. It's going to want to do a bar chart. See, that's a nice, well, here's a question for you. Do you want to show it this way? Okay. Where you're comparing junior stress, work-related and family-related, or do you want to show it the other way, where you're comparing the type of stress? Okay. If you see over here in the setup bar, there's the switch rows and columns. Okay. So now I see work-related stress is more for seniors than juniors. Family stress is more for seniors than juniors. But with the other way, I say for juniors, family stress is less than work-related. I think it makes more sense this way, right? This is the story we want to tell. So that's a little button to switch rows and columns. And I'm not going to go over the colors here. You can go back to that. I think that covers everything, but shout if you need help. Talk to you later.